Welcome, parents. My name is Sharon Work, and I will be discussing the Internet Safety Collaborative. This plan serves to inform parents of some of the different challenges of Internet safety and how they, in collaboration with teachers and educational support staff, can ensure their children are better protected as they explore online forums. In this presentation, I will address some important facts of how cyberbullying can impact our children when connecting with others through familiar media forms such as smartphones and personal devices. Next, I will discuss catfishing and its role in cyberbullying. I will then provide resources and tools to help parents better prepare themselves to work with their children online. Finally, I will cover the parent-teacher-student partnership in helping our children use the internet in a more safe, secure manner. A cyberbully is someone who sets out to intentionally, repeatedly inflict harm or embarrassment to another through electronic devices such as smartphones or computers. It can be done through email, instant message or text, or social media forums. A catfish is someone who creates a fake identity online, and for the purpose of this presentation, we will identify a catfish as someone who plans to cyberbully through that fake identity. Approximately 1 in every 2 students in grades 3 through 5 owns a cell phone. When children have cell phones immediately at their disposal, they spend more time online than those without cell phones. They are exposed to more forms and frequency of social networking and thus are significantly more likely to report being a victim of cyberbullying. In addition, 1 in 10 children in grades 3 through 5 reports being a victim of cyberbullying. Cyberbullies and their victims generally have more frequent and longer durations of internet use. A surprising statistic is that 25% of cyberbullies and their victims reportedly attend the same school, which is why catfishing is such an important concept to be aware of. To back this point, a report from 7 years ago said that 83 million Facebook accounts were fake, with 14.3 million accounts at that time being used for malicious purposes. The fact that 14.3 million accounts were used to inflict harm or trick others shows how critical it is that our young internet users are informed and protected. So we can be better prepared to work with our children, let's go over how catfishing works as a form of cyberbullying. First, a person builds a fake profile through a social media account. Next, they seek to build a friendship or relationship with a person they may be able to trick. The catfish will then, through the communication with the victim, will establish trust and confidence in the victim. The catfish may ask personal questions of the victim, acting the part of a sympathetic friend, and the victim will confide in them, often involving personal and emotionally driven material. A ripple effect will then take place as the catfish reveals this personal information and sometimes images to others. There are many effects that can result from cyberbullying interactions like this. Just to name a few, victims feel embarrassed or humiliated and can experience sadness or loneliness. They may feel physical, emotional, or psychological stress, and their grades, academic participation, and school attendance can be affected. They may lose interest in activities that once brought them happiness, and their sleeping or eating habits may change. Finally, cyberbullying can impact them through the internet via their digital footprint. Images and information regarding the victim can circulate for years, and future colleges and employers may find this in background searches on them. What you can do. Social media and the internet can be intimidating for parents as they attempt to stay ahead of their children. One thing that must be acknowledged is that we as parents will never get ahead, but we can keep up with knowing how to educate ourselves. You as a parent can explore different forms of social media, even if you never intend to use it yourself. Research it through Google searches and YouTube tutorials if you're not finding the information you need on each form of social media. It was through educating myself that I discovered Instagram accounts for 2 of my nieces, one authorized and one not. Evaluate the privacy and safety of your children's profiles before you talk with them. It can often lead you to find just the right approach for talking with them about it. For example, my 9-year-old niece had her full first and middle name as her username, with a photo of her and a friend, clearly identifying her as a minor. There were zero privacy settings in place, and she had no knowledge that she was being followed by 5 to 7 strangers who I determined to be catfish based on their profiles and images they shared. This information, while I was angry at finding out, helped me to better educate her on how to be safe. Learn with your children. It would have been easy for me to yell at my sister and my niece for not being careful online and unknowingly exposing her to potential predators and cyberbullies. I chose to partner with my niece and go over each profile of who she follows and who is currently following her. We looked through images, other people they follow, and who follows them, and discussed why they were or weren't friend or follow worthy. I walked her through how to adjust her privacy settings to make sure she had the power to approve those who wanted to follow her, and their profile had to be reviewed and scrutinized before she could approve them. This includes her friends. Just because there is an image of her friend does not mean that it actually is her friend. She is instructed to ask her friend what his or her profile information is to confirm it actually is him or her. Finally, talk with teachers and educational professionals. Oftentimes, they have the same challenges and concerns you do. They can let you know of any changes in your child's behavior, confirm your own observations if necessary, and may have resources and rules that they use in classroom that you can use in your own home. Here are 2 videos that can help you and your child be more internet safe and savvy. The first video is an instruction video for adults on how to set privacy settings for safer searching. It covers settings for different browsers and search engines. The next video is for your child. It was made by elementary school kids to show how victims and bystanders can stop cyberbullying, as well as offer helpful ways to empower them, such as saving, printing, and sharing bullying messages with adults they trust. There are more videos and tutorials available to the left of this presentation if you are viewing this from my webpage. You, just like your child, are never alone. You have many resources available. We are a team striving for every level of success for your child. When parents and educators work together, our children are safer, more confident, and more knowledgeable online. I've developed a triangle of interaction as each individual interacts with each other. We can work together to share information, empower each other, keep open lines of communication for resources, questions, or concerns, and collaborate for the online well-being of each child. Here's a list of references used to develop this presentation or for background knowledge for the presenter. A Word document with working hyperlinks for viewing individual references is available on my website below this video. This is Sharon Work presenting on the Internet Safety Collaborative to Prevent Cyberbullying. Thank you.